Aha ya Pinax TV be ma hwefo akwa abane ahye so monyumre na update ayensa ka no yensa fa nyina emamo enwumre na quickly no ye be call group indom we breaking news. It's breaking news aba be ka yensa ene edadua yi ene se GN Bank and as a group Indian bank court of appeal, which is the second highest court in of our land. Omo the go ahead. Say yen some formal license no enfa emma bio. And this is the breaking news eba. Court orders Bank of Ghana to restore a GN Bank's license with immediate effect. And that is what we have on our screens. Court orders Bank of Ghana to restore GN Bank's license with immediate effect. Now, GN Bank, na Eka Banks way back in 2018, MPP are buying, led by Nana Dankwe Kufuado, Omo Egugu Banks nibi because no mususu said Omudi Omuju Mane Niama Omudi Omusike Yeno, Omo they are running into debt, enti Omo Egugu Banks Nina, Omo Kabo Omo Consolidated Bank, enti Enom. And a GN Bank, the Omo Akoswa Kwa, the Abesi the same area as we speak now. Court of Appeal, Omo Ajatum, the Bank of Ghana with immediate effect. Omo Sanso Enfa Omo license and Sanfa Momo and Sanso Operati Ghana Habio. And after from 2018 to 2026, in a space of 8 years, and a GN Bank amount for Omoshiro Omejuma, Omo Musika Kike Munia de, and Nipadona, Emma Maso, yes, a bimu for Mushere Omon Kwania Dinina, and the GN Bank in himself, be a Beko Ghana, Hebi Abu GN Bank, which me ko to Krobimu, a Krebia Sebe, Ubedru on a GN Bank, and so 2018. And a bank reforms a buy, Emma Yegu GN Bank. Now, Pakwasi Indium, no, and a bank any the other that screens, no, ordinance some to ja after say a better just a court of appeal, or more Adia Tum say, and I say, Omo Ashe Bank of Ghana, set Yenfa Omo license and some for Momo, not Omo operating, Pakwasi Indium, doctor, ordinance some etuja, to quickly work with Dr. Pakwasi Indium, not Yabassi.
That with the license restored, that we will now play our part in making sure that this country achieves the level of prosperity that is needed. There are just too many difficulties. Some people have died. Some have lost their jobs. Assets have been destroyed. Many things will not get back. But what we promise is that we will restore this country. We will restore our business, and we will make certain that our second country is even better than the first one. So, thank you very much.
Pakwasi Indium or no, and a group Indium, any dear or no, didn't some to just say. Over the years, ye Omo license fee, Omo some a close Omo shops, do dona, I mean as Omo offices, do dona down, no, a man for a bray, after 1 year Omo Kwa, Ebima Ashiro Musika, Ebima Juma, Pomo, any a day, Omo offices Nibi Waha. It got to a point, over corner, the office, no, Ebimu the residential area, because of where some of the offices were located, you know, na Ebimu added the hall, Ebimu so turning her into other shops, Omo added Juma Fufro, Ekoyare Osempa. Emma ebimu ho kanye 2018 omo musika ko kamu ho kwan omo fa so omo saka musika ebimu nsa kakra ebimu nsa anka ebimu a lot of people lost their money as at that time. Now on your screen is Court of Appeal orders Bank of Ghana to restore GN savings and loans operating license with immediate effect. And as we speak now, no, with immediate effect, Court of Appeal say yemfa omo license and some form of no fa enye djuma enti wey a breaking news a 3-member panel of the Court of Appeal has unanimously ordered the Bank of Ghana to restore the operating license of GN Savings and Loans Company Limited with immediate effect. The decision of the second highest court of the land overturns both the Bank of Ghana's revocation orders and the subsequent affirmation by the High Court. And the High Court, by say, yeah, the license now some more back. My people say, no, but then High Court was just reaffirming Bank of Ghana's revocation. Say, omo license I GF from some no quite so I don't know. Now, Court of Appeal, Eddie Ababe to just say with immediate effect. Bank of Ghana and Sanfa Omokrata Momo Sanfa Enye Juma. On Thursday, May 21st, 2026, the Court of Appeal panel of 3 unanimously held that The revocation of the company's license was unfair and unreasonable. More soon. It's more soon. It's more. Is there going to be some compensations? What will really happen after Court of Appeal actually said it was unfair and unreasonable? Say omo license free omo semno. And so many reactions and man for the one reacted to this particular news. No, the agenda to have GN Bank back has just begun. Court of Appeal ruled in his favor. Bank of Ghana is directed to restore its license. GN Bank to restart operation since 2018 revocation. Big win for Pakwesi Indium. Nana Adudankwa in the mud. I know any some reactions are among for no Dodona Ediaba. Now a lot of Ghanaians too almost the comments Ediaba. Omuchiremwa ebimwaniaje. Say, after all these years, finally, Papa has answered the license. A man said on some Juma ABO as a bank and as a savings and loans. Just in, Court of Appeal orders Bank of Ghana to restore license of GN savings and loans with immediate effect. And some reactions are ever and yet mamono. And way you go over, you say finally the Indium will forever. Finally, Dr. Indium will forever be grateful to JM for this. And see, Ochemwa, Dr. Indium will be forever grateful to the president of the land, President John Dramani Mahama. And I will say, smiles all over. Ghana is working again. And see, when so you're Prince of Troll, or no, Prince of Troll, or no, and also then nearby, I say, smiles all over. Ghana is working again. And see, and also there's some reactions from some Ghanaians. Where so will or say finally, but will GM Bank be trusted by Ghanaians again? That's the question. And also another question, say, and GM Bank for us Babaki, how are they going to get customers? How is the competition going to be like? Because there are so many banks in the system. Within 8 years, no, and MNCC interoperability aba, mobile banking aba, USSD banking aba. And bebre so many men can say office and all banks now omo edema omo customers, so many loan facilities, and I says there are so many men can say enema and all banks do na omo ton edema omo customers, any services omo render their omo. Is GN Bank going to be able to compete with all these banks? Na Ghana for ankasa no mpo omo ebetimi trust bank ni bio, and also a question amount for ebisa. And as we speak now, anyone say will be kind of GN Bank, all that they all these years almost expect to say almost say almost ebenya license back to start operating again. And any the breaking news are the as we speak now there, Dr. Pakwesi Indium makes me say any year and abanemum how our obesa share iron immobilization as I started biono. And another issue. And on the side of the Court of Appeal, say, the revocation of their license was unfair and unreasonable. How is it going to be? Are they going to be compensated? That is the question. Some of the reactions I was expecting from Omomo reacting and say, Mumbisa say, what is going to happen? And this answer when you know and someone, you be there say import GN Bank. And as a GN savings and loans, no, saying and a name of when are the operations or mobile start operations bill? How is everything going to be like? It's GN Bank, the People's Bank, and as I said, and it's some urban say, yes, I had your license at the Amomo and Okai 2018, and now Okahobi, and I will see Kakodi more. Mekai said, there we are no more banks, no. Tokrobia GN Bank ho enti okon krase o man no ta save ho ana o de o account e call ho mostly government workers are ye de o kototo nkrase because ho no wonya bank bia say ye etua o sika afam ayi ubenya GN Bank ho enti amanfo dodo na eko bia o bank say ho ama o back pay care ma ye tua to mu ekoye nsem bebre way back in 2018. It's in any and someone as we speak now there, GN Bank omo ebeba back into full operations Dr. Pakwesi Indium as we speak now na dey na say enigisem na papa no wate asese dey ebeboa no ama watimi asanso apagya no hu bio ewo eye banking adwumadie no mu enti the good news GN Bank license revocation no appeals court atwam was share Bank of Ghana say with immediate effect omo san form license omo na omo ensanso endi juma bio enti group Indium enigisem edema omo. All right, yabesa to ansem so another breaking news yesanso edema mo yamamo update with South Africans Ghana for makopiem wo ho with our previous updates in yedemamo say yes the Ministry of Foreign Affairs omo ajatum and I say omo de abeto dwa say evacuation e bekoso na the breaking news eba ekiremu evacuation no omo postpone from Foreign Affairs Ministry. Ghana postpones evacuation of citizens from South Africa over legal conditions. Ebimo so say yes Ebimo is of different views, but some different views no. In this particular update no, but then the first reason in here evacuation postpone yes legal conditions. In the kind of release or the update from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with regards to the postponement of evacuation. I was in Kekoso, ORT Tambo Airport, South Africa. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to provide an update on the evacuation of Ghanaians from South Africa, which was scheduled to commence today, 21st May 2026. Obibeka said, okay, we'll come to that. So you there, just stay, we'll come to that. And it was supposed to start today, and OR Tambo Airport. It was an evacuation started every South Africa. Now you didn't need 300. It was a flight, as that number. Chartered flight. Ghana buy a boka ko hein. Say enfa nipa free South Africa may PM back to Ghana no. Ya postpone over legal conditions. So the government of Ghana notes that more than 800 Ghanaians have registered with our High Commission in Pretoria seeking to be evacuated due to the latest wave of xenophobic attack. In the first 300, as we speak now, they are confirming set NIPA 800, more than 800 Ghanaians no more register with Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria. And they deal with 300 ebeba ne na 500 500 plus akano you better plan you better do almost aba. The evacuation has been postponed. Considering the numbers involved and the South African legal conditions that have to be met, including mandatory passenger screening, multi-institutional coordination, and flight permits, the planned evacuation has been deferred by a few days to enable our High Commission meet the evacuation conditions. And and the Kambom Emma evacuation, a bit me a year, the fact says xenophobic attacks, a coso, the Besame from and Cofon, Tressa, Okoya, no Biabefro. A man for the Omni Amabeba. There has to be some level of screening. And a multi-institutional coordination. And a becoso, and your institution bako, and your Ghana High Commission, Kwana say, yeah, the plane a cosi baby, a cosa and call for Badabi. Institutions do now has to come together, and considering the numbers of people, numbers no, and also more 2 boys no mere screening no, and as I say to your boys a chromo doors until you check a crack, and it is warranting this delay, and it has to be postponed. And then also in Kebasono, some few days about Betoso. Ghanaian and South African authorities have agreed to enhance and more efficient pre-evacuation modalities to expedite the process. Until Ghana and the South African authorities Nadia say and Yema was say Ghana additional film and Sanya the mama back to Ghana no screening near the no or making sure say or ebeyen in tentem so said the bayo betimi a year or this year Ghana betimi a year this year no edioma free South Africa ediomaba. Meanwhile, senior government officials on both sides remain actively engaged on this important exercise. The government of Ghana assures our nationals in South Africa that best efforts are being pursued to ensure their safe return home. We commend them for their remarkable understanding and patience. We shall continue to keep the public apprised in a transparent and timely manner, consistent with our good governance traditions. To all media houses, yes, so Pinax and Sakabi, and so Ghana buying any South Africa buying still now more din sawoswo and penny for more hema evacuation akosono or more aiding sawoswo make sure say the ombema niema ye ntem so said the way metimi de Ghana additional ababa be pm e Ghana ha say abra obi ho enkonko ka enti eno any update release a free Foreign Affairs Ministry or the airbar with regards to a postponement of evacuation. I was starting and there our Tambo Airport, South Africa, and Amasono, or more Eddie release Eddie Abba. Now, South Africa for South Africa still or more Eguso, Asia, and call for one after the other. Our Mushiawa. Na yesa wo kyerɛ nsɛm di akyerɛw na release bia ba video bia ba bi mu hu ne say the South Africans are mocking the government of Ghana. South Africans are mu edi sa adwuma xenophobic attacks yi omu hu ne say video bia me ye be yi akyerɛ mo na watie mu nsɛm no omu hu ne say they are mocking the government of Ghana and say nipa dodo omu South Africa omu ye Ghana for omu ma register mposi yɛmfo mu free home ra Ghana no omu dodo ye more than 800. Na obekai Emmanuel one Emmanuel bia omu ehia na omu bisa ne nsɛm a yɛde ne call Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria ekyere ye hema ne be pie mu Ghana no omu hu ne sɛ asɛ Ghana aban de no hoahoa omu ho sɛ omu ye heroes but omu de nya no omu hwɛ Ghana for omumra Ghana no metra omum. Yehwe sa video no na yehwe say what were they really saying? Is it equal to the fact that people are saying they are mocking the Ghanaian government? I
promise you there's not going to be peace. You'll be chased away. Let me be clear. We're going to ensure that all of us in Africa, we are all in our respective countries and fixing them. See, Ghana now is one of the largest gold producers. Yes. Ghanaians are not supposed to be suffering. But we have left it in the hands of the wrong leaders. Now, see what they did, what your leaders did with Emmanuel. They made it seem like they are heroes. But they forgot that the reason why Emmanuel and your kind are here because they have failed. Now, by they love Ghanaians. They don't love you guys. Because if you love your own children, you are not going to let them go look for food next door. You are going to ensure that you provide for them. So they must not come with this, because even now, once they hear us complaining again, they'll say, hey, it's xenophobia. No, your leaders have failed. Ghana leadership has failed.
Any and someone ye kokoti ye say enya no nehia say on person twem enya no nehia we should be able to make our country great in such a way that obi anya na dwe so free ni man mu akọ South Africa now more South Africans on be make sure say oba bibi man mu ha obi atini krom omo de that is their target on be so make sure say obi antana ni krom na onye ni krom ye say bia wo tu kwan de na bia wo ko Europe ko America Asia ho baby Oceania ho baby no akopɛ ho ahye na bibimamu ha de obi antena no kuro no omboa na ne kuro enye yie enti no ene nsɛm a ɔmo de to dwa ɛsan so kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ abrantie Emmanuel Asamoah a ne ho ɛkɔba asɛm ɔmo bisa ne nsɛm no asɛ ɔmo ɛyɛ akora na asɛm no boy na asɛm no ana papa na asɛm no te sɛ de Ghana ban ne yɛ hero bi but de hia ɔso ɔmo yɛ no say omo South Africans ni hu ne say omo enye eno ena omo de eto dwa e South Africa ho eno eye Ghana ni ba bi omo hia na omo confront ne kire ne say on free krom ho because time no ya so say ene date ye say ene 21st May enti acha the end of May no eye be say 1 week barely 2 weeks or 1 week ahead of us enti say 1 week no e wo say obi a free krom ho eno na no ka che no enye saa de a the aftermath of sad date na o ma hye no say esia that one there ene omo de warning by ni nyina mu na evacuation of Ghanaians from South Africa ye de omo ba piem e wo Ghana no another update aba obi kire mu a ene no after Foreign Affairs Ministry a report say nipa 800 plus and I register with Pretoria and Ghana's High Commission no ebi mu kyeremu a OR Tambo Airport ho ene ye di si wo se enka omumra na yenye evacuation because on time one release in it came on the same day as 21st May. And the 21st May no and a panel omuka say plane be 2 and a best 5 something and a plane be 2 5 a.m. and another plane be 2 from South Africa abe PM or Ghana. And from that 5 a.m. now till the time I release ye buy ye ebi mu kyeremu say ye bie say Ghana for mesere na plane na be simo mesere ne enko nipa ba akopɛ ene kopiem ewo airport ho ese Ghana for no munyo madwen so mbeba fie. Then on the other side of the men can say incentives and our packages are omde be ma Ghana for no people also feel say it came late. And then this update ni mamo omuhu ne say some be ma musika botini bi although o man to din but say sika no mo so ntem time our evacuation release in the buy and also come tato that one will compel people to come out. This year, we don't know which is which. Whether it is true that the legal conditions be NSC or more crime screening be also more firm NSC or more crime and now say no crest the amount for say nipa ba ko ne copy OR Tambo Airport hono. Yeah, this particular screenshot the better so na munyina mahwe bi ahu say this is exactly what we are talking about. And only one Ghanaian showed up for the free flight to evacuate Ghanaians based in South Africa back home. The Ghanaian government offered to provide free flight for 300 Ghanaians willing to leave South Africa. And the way OR Tambo Airport. Only one person shows up to board Ghana's evacuation flight at the OR Tambo Airport. And the also another side of the whole thing. And say what is really going on? Is it really legal conditions or what? You have video way. Here we are. Na yababe twaso. Enti ni nyina mu se ebi mu e de ato dwa se Ghana ni ba ko pe ne kopie me wo airport ho no still na xenophobic attacks no ekoso they are still on the streets. Now there is this particular video you better go share. Some of the Ghanaians, any other foreign nationals are almost South Africa, they are standing up against the xenophobic mobs. Eji omukamu hubom na moba almost come hubom as foreign nationals. Some person they mumra so that is what is currently going on. That is the stage of the xenophobic attacks at Ekoso. The updates by said they are not already match for match. Amount for ako treasure to ni fiemu and maybe mu say no crab mu say anya no crab mu so on one share no said the buy basic for no yan ko ne video way the foreign nationals are retaliating against the South Africans was South Africa ho yan video no nemra sese That is South Africa for you. You could see, say, foreign nationals, no, they are standing up against the xenophobic mobs. Omuchiremu, yempene emamum, emetete, emetata, tiosha, amount for fee, and oma boyroom, no people's homes, oma boyroom, no ma yimuniema, egwabontin, they will just ransack everywhere. The omubenya, omubefa, na oma pamwesi abontin, some munkomukrum, and to say in any ama ekoso. In South Africa, omo mujina ho nyine senka adwuma bi wo ho no mkopeye ya ka bibi say NC nemum black man nangasa, he's chasing his fellow black man out of his country, and that is the update coming in from South Africa. Ayede mamunti ebedi nsam from Foreign Affairs Ministry that ben and a new date in for evacuation. It has to be made known said the Ghana for do na bebo mo ho. And now omo register no so omo ebeboa mo no metimi abe join flight no to come back home. Now omo be say packages omo so on be mo no omo ba ye betimi e de amomo. Na say nipa ba akopɛ na kopie mo airport ho de. As a chemu Ghana for so omo ma. Anyway, ye beto ansem no so na ye de amamo. In our previous updates no ye te home amo say em say abronye DC wanya bail. Abronye DC High Court Amani bail. And as we speak now, when your bill of 100,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties, it's any update Mamo Accra High Court NPP Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Bafo Apronye DC granted 100,000 Ghana cedis bill with 2 sureties. And he omumiti condition pe papa obejai Black Maria na de bia ofro no obe ejai efro enti eno ene NPP's Kwame Bafo Apronye DC Bono Regional Chairman Honsem ena yede mamono na enumu ena MPP mpanimfo dodo na ede omonsem ababetudwa mpanimfo dodo na ede omonsem ababetudwa Apronye DC ene da screens ne so no na first person na ababekasa eye Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah or the nsem ababetudwa na nsem ne say the government is silencing people. Omo ewa adwene on beso omo kire omo adwene wo Ghana ha say no. The government is using some omo de mra kwan bi so silence Ghana for do na omo ebeso omo kire omo adwene with enema ekoso wo Ghana ha say no. Na omo de omo hwe edin ade omo ye wo Ghana ha no is traveling overseas to some of the international communities. Omunyina so beti said this is what is going on in Ghana. Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah edin some to right after say yema Apronye DC yema ni bill 100,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. Ye go ntie Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah na yemra sisi
across the country, particularly among your supporters. What would you tell them in this regard?
The tension is high already. I think yesterday you saw the Peace Council issue a statement that acknowledged that the tension is high. Why is the tension high? The tension is high because every well-meaning member of the Ghanaian society can see that the government of the day is using sections 207 and 208 to suppress dissenting views. That is what is raising the tensions, because there have been many other instances in which very senior people on the NDC side, including the current president himself, made comments about the judiciary. And you didn't see 207, 208 being applied in this manner. It is those things that are heightening the tension. And it is that tension that I think the Peace Council is calling on the authorities to try to rein in by putting a stop to this practice that they are embarking upon.
Enti Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah na den nsam tudwa no ono so kire mu a ohuni se aban no ede mmara kwan bi so di sisi amanfo wo Ghana ha ase odi ka amanfo kasa bo ahye yam ene ade enti omo de omo ahu even Peace Council omo release omo de ba nyina kire mu say there is so much tension in the country because of what is currently going on. And we hear bibi kakra bi ane abeche we fa ha ane abefa ene ade ni nyina ama tension about oman ni mu a Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah ede tudwa na ni nyina mu na Justin Frimpong Kodua ono so ede ne nsam tudwa ono so ekasa fa what is really going on, political persecution MPP for who say NDC for ede tata omo no enya ade omo ani eje ho nti Justin Frimpong Kodua enso de ne nsam tudwa yentie no ne emra sese.
Objection to the application. Why didn't they do it yesterday? By be as it may, the court has granted the bill application, subject to some condition that the court has set, which should not be a problem for the accused. So we are happy that his justice has been served, and we have been very consistent from day one that this is a case of misdemeanor, which a bill should not have been an issue at all at the circuit court. But as the trial judge at the circuit court did, which we had to come back to the high court, indeed, we find the conduct of the trial judge as unacceptable, in some extent a misconduct. And it's not something that we are going to just let go. We are filing a petition to the Chief Justice for Justice Num Kusom to be removed from the case of the Republic versus Abronya, because we believe that he has taken stand in the case and he cannot be a judge in his own case, and therefore justice will be well served when the case is given to a different judge to look into the matter. General, so that's what happened today.
What meaning did you read into the tomorrow?
And Justin Frimpong Kodiansam and also added to channel. It is a CA and some bebre and a eboba free a Abronya decent semi home because Ebimuhune say Papa and some big canas or Kakayama Nichi amount for. Now said the yesi ayan and then no black Maria mu as a Rambo style kind of a year and Chebini. I don't know who say. Nina a political persecution and Chebiana Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ebe Kasafa Honkakra and then Yamin Chadie as we were giving you the updates, Abronya DC is a CAD when ya a year bill 100,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties omitia na just obeko fie. Na ni nyina mu no ebeto dwa se na pomuden ade a enhyeda enkoye because after say you detaining for some time no papa no kakra bi no yare a edrumre bi kra na yesen ke de ni free Ghana ha kopiem awa mono ne akwakohwe ne ho yare kakra mamanfo be kasa ya kasa ho kakra na sesie na ya beto dwa se bail condition no ya ba be baso anasa abaso mpo de amano 100,000 and so breaking news de mamo na obekaya osahene afenyo markings de betu dwa se somewhere 14th April 2026 and omode bail no a bail application no kotum na omuhu ne se ne omu konebra case no etimi wo court ha criminal court 2 obekọ ne free what they call a different court na ye toss omu saa tini nyina na omu ka so omuhu ne se political persecution. Enti NPP opposition party ne de na enya de omu ani age kra omu ani anye ho kra say ya che omu nipa sei na ye pe bail ama no ye nya ye de ne kọ ne ye de na ba ye de ne kọ ne ye de na ba nsem bebre enti ni nyina ena keka bo mu asese de nyame adom wanya bail enti obekọ fie na afi de nsem no enhwehwemu na toa so se de o se etoa na omu aba na omu aba be di asem no na se baby obekọ akọwie bia no omu ahwe na omu atoa nsem no so enti ano NPP's Bono Regional Minister Abronya DC as we speak now wenya bail a ebetimi aboa no amano akofie. That is the update from the New Patriotic Party. Who says see a party no so NPP omo eboa omo ho akoto aba ohun Abronya say we ono ebia some way somehow go betimi agina regional chairman amana yeye because em say na wo yi chairman untumi free ho a na nka Abronya ono so ye very popular regional chairman ewo MPP konum ti see abatro obekoso ebi ma starting mo hu din grassroots chairman ebi mo so ebe mo hu titles ni ade ebi mo hu din anote wa ni ade omo nyina kan bo makopre to me as executives for the New Patriotic Party and necessarily nka bo sa Abronya so dimu baabi but see baabi a conditions na kwakodru no people are still checking say ebetimi aba amana begina biana ni nyina ensem a ekoso and in the midst of MPP so mo be call executive election no Abronya DC yamani bail say omra na yemehwe asem no yenka enfan free ye onfree fiemra na yenka asem no rather than say ye ni be free detention at the Naba court and this is a good news at the MPP for and the family of Abronya DC. So this is the update coming in from the NPP because ye di betu dwa say omaka ho papa omaka ho honorable Kojo Ponkroma e de ne de betu dwa e na Justin Frimpong Kodua enso de ne de betu dwa kiremu a omu hu ne say some level of intimidation be ena omo ede ema eye NPP for na omo de said omo ehwe niam na omo hwe a won nyina edi akire ede ba ya omo kire mu a se nyame ncha de no omo so ba ban mu a enye so mbetata omo de bi enye sa no mbe ye na emom said omo ehu ni se omo na mmra kwan so na eye adwuma ono omo kodwo opon kroma de tudwa se asa omo de mmra bi batabata omo dwumadi omo di ho for political persecution. Almost had the same tangent, almost had the same kind so because I buy banana buy qua. The next thing no, I say and never been buying previous governments in a year, yeah, uncle ye, and I dare no me ko ye, dear, I was say this will be near China, so no so, or be dear chim, na on my end. MP before, almost so avow say ye back to me boots for what is currently going on Muhune say a political persecution. So that is the update coming in from the New Patriotic Party. Eti ebe to ansem no so na yede amamo. Okay. Eti ye to ansem no so a na ye ko eye IGP. Ababa wa ye oda screens isu ye friend of Mahama Aminat. Yes also friend no akosha sewa Aminat. Yes also friend no Baumiaba. Na assemble na to ababa way. Videos be about bontain. So on your screens, police arrest suspects Mahama Aminat for issuing threats against President Mahama in videos circulated on social media. And way ena amayachi ababa way. She was issuing threats. You ever hear video no? If you are with us, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. You ever hear video no? But then IGP and cyber vetting and enforcement. Omo ene kom hu bom 26-year-old oya TikToker Mahama Aminat ena omo ensa ekoka na asisi omo ache no ewo sechere zongo ena omo ekoche no ede no efri ho no ma asisi de ne ho akoka adwam na sa ne ma we no wodwire ho be bia ho nte ase enti quickly no yanko ensem ben na baba wa yi kan ya enti sese ne ho akoba asem a ya che ni yanko ne entie Mahama Aminat aka Baumiaba aka Akosha Sewa Aminat yanko ni emra sese
kujo Mahama maya wo hu kujo Mahama maye ni wanjai se o di ani odi yefa matiu maka omu wa brekura yenko wi na ye yenko ku nipa na yenko di ne yire kwase ya peni na
enti minim ni nkofo kra obo mo pa sese wo sa video nim no minim nkofo kra obo mo pa was sa video nim no on se ni party no ho ase a won pe o te ahonjo ho din nyunu o se da o betina amakom so de mekom we fa ho video yi a okoye minim nipa kra obo mo pa se munyi president in free ho president mu a you betimi akansem bia to criticize the president na yenku ne sen entiano na ama baba we ne ho akoba asemo a Ghana Police Service omo ensa Canada. Now there is an update from Ghana Police Service will take you through as to the sequence of her arrest. And the IGP's cyber vetting and enforcement team arrest suspects over threats against the president in viral videos. And you know, and I yakatan anymore. I did handcuffs. And that is the very first update. Now, then no one said to me, Kano, and also Eka. The IGP Cyber Vetting and Enforcement Team, CVET, has arrested suspect Mahama Aminat, also known as Akosha Sewa Aminat, for offensive conduct and issuing threats against the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in videos circulated on social media. And in the threats, no. Said you know you know it is also opeso huna aban no opeso huna aban no all right enti oto aso say the suspect was captured in some videos posted on TikTok making insulting remarks about the president, threatening the life of the president and inciting others to harm both the president and his wife. Enti she was inciting others munye ni say mayen why mu na munye ni sa mayen no. So per the video and per Ghana Police Service, she was inciting others to harm both the president and his wife. As a or shaman for kutupa se monko ha president ana monfa monsa ko president ene ne yere ne ho kani enti eno ena ama ababa yi na so akwakoye hye no. Following the circulation of the videos on 19th May 2026, a joint operation team involving the CVET and the surveillance unit of the National Operations Department arrested the suspect on 20th May 2026 at Setre Zongo in the Setre Kumawu district of the Ashanti region. Inti Kumawu Setre Zongo and Amonsa Ekokan inti hoye Fijasia Sokore sa area mu ha kosi Kumawu ti sa area mu ho Setre Zongo eho and Amonsa Ekokan ababa we ya sesi the suspect is currently in police custody and will be put before the court. And this is the idea. You don't know ebeko court na yakwa hwehwe ni nsemu na yehu ba bia asam ni nyina ebeko akosi. Enti Aminat Mahama okra de nka odin sa de Mahama. Nti eden na okoko kan sem sei the for president. Nti this is the idea. Baba no she's in police custody a obeboa with nhwehwemu anase ye de ne beko court na yakwa hwehwe ni nsemu no mu ewo court. Na ni nyina mu no and the office of the special prosecutor ebetodwa said they were challenging his prosecutorial role and as a prosecutorial authority ewo court ema ebeye nsem bebre say OSP no ontimi and prosecute obi obetimi aye investigations no owi anfama attorney general na attorney general ento ansem ne so na ono amom ntimi mfa nipa no and prosecute no ema ni nye ye dabi. Enti ebeye twema mentwen kofa constitution bae kofa we bae constitution emra ye di eti office of the special prosecutor ni office no ye kofa ni nyina bae behwehwemu ni ade still on some no court. But then there's an update on this particular court case enti ano na wo screens na so no which was released by the office of the special prosecutor Omangasa and a release yes what is really going on with that particular case court no. And Ochiremu said the High Court today, presided over by Justice John Eugene Nyante Nyadu, was scheduled to hear an application by the Office of the Special Prosecutor, OSP, for a stay of execution of the court's earlier ruling concerning the OSP's prosecutorial authority. And the Omuchiremu and the High Court, which was presided by Justice John Eugene Nyante Nyadu, now was Komusia. Na omo esatena asem no so which was an application by the office of the special prosecutor for a stay of execution because number some mom who say OSP only authority be aso be prosecute until they should bring out that being kind of say sir and she say no mama to say OSP to prosecute obia also a file for stay of execution of the court's earlier ruling concerning the OSP's prosecutorial authority and I was so however the hearing did not proceed. Hearing no amaso and as went to me on the third day no. Now what was the reason? When state attorneys from the OSP appeared before the court, the judge informed them that the court had received correspondence from the respondent's side that they were unable to attend court and that the respondent's side had proposed 28th May, 29th May, or 8th June 2026. And the omo edit stay of execution no, and I say omo de court no. And now when me PM court and the OSP and then na pamfo omukọ PM e court no the respondent wa ma enti ano ene mo se ne omu tu asem no ahyeda enti omu propose 28th May and 29th May and I say 8th June 2026 omu mra no msantena asem no so the court opted for 8th June 2026 for hearing enti court no gitum say okay. So moment me amadia any 8th June 2026 yebesa atena asem no so say enhyehyeye by say OSP ontimi prosecute obia no OSP so dia cause da bi mra de ti OSP office no e ma no kwan say onye prosecutions enti sa asem no ene o say nkomo tena so no OSP omko pie mu ho omo they are supposed to be the respondents no omo ama enti ya tu asem no e de ahyeda court na ja tum say 8th June 2026 no betena say na omatoa ensem ne so Consequently, the OSP's application for stay of execution has been adjourned to 8th June 2026 for hearing. It is some nyina said the tie said the also omo kan nyina no omo de nyina akwa akwo 8th June 2026 and ebeba so nti as we speak now ne de asem no still na ekonkon ho a ye behwe ne de akire ne ehu ba bia bekwa akosi ti OSP whether he will be able to continue with his prosecutions or not after 8th June ekono ena ye betimi ehu ba bia ebe free akwa akosi because ensem ne do so papa ebi mu hu ne say amwa person mo ya no mububu OSP mububu na pray nyina ebi mu so hu ne say adwuma ye de ahya ne nsa no aso onye ne ye o se agifri ne nsam de ma attorney general direct. Attorney general should deal with all these corruption cases raised by the office of the special prosecutor. Yamfa ne nyina nko hye ne nsa attorney agents no on hwe asem no nka. Ebi mu so hu ne say ase papa yi o ye ba ye omo ye reset wo baby a o de omo hwe no so de ye nya wo netena wo kra ka 2 years pe na o time aso so de ye hwe na wo de unwie wadwuma wa start ni nyina na uwie a ebi mu hu ne say NDC sheda ja no si ho say de be ya if he is going after the previous government no enkoye say political witch hunt mo amunipa mo na mo de ne ba ye ono na esan so HAC mo to say the case between the OSP and former finance minister obi antimi meka say NDC for na the special prosecutor by NTNS adia or he's chasing he's doing a political persecution that be mo amu nipa and as a mo na mudi ne bae ono na esa twa no hu chase mo edrumre bi so ma office of the special prosecutor started chasing people in the NDC government galamse nsem kakra ensensem bebrebi a starting ebopia NDC for emo mu hu say eh na wo beja ye kwan a wo baba besan ye ho enti bi mu hu say ni nyina ka bom ana ema OSP na dwuma no ekeka no enti ye behwe na ye di nsem na chi 8th June the beba sisi in just the space of best 2 weeks time there na aba ye behwe baby ansem no nyina be kwakosi ye the update ebe free ho e de amamo ye beto ansem no so a prophet Badu Kobi na nsem papa yi e de nsem bi betutu dwa kiremu a de wi anisi kasamasi akofom ene ka akora wotwi obodin kura enye ye asori se de ekọ ni niema ni nyina e kire se MPP for ebo ne fom ohunu se aban atwam kọ no omoma ne ho kire no papa emori tudwa se ono na sorry dan no oton na nyame ayi akire ne se omo moving ko ba bi foforo na ne wife and that screens ne so no Prophet Badu Kobi's wife request court action to halt the sale of church enti osre court say omo mremu na asori dan a Prophet Badu Kobi opeso oton no omo hwe na omo ensia no kwan enti edenti na ma no opeso oton papa yi tudwa se wanya yi kire se onfiri baabi wo no nko baabi foforo ena bi mu so se da bi pe papa ne se ma odi tudwa kire mu se ne ho kire no oniska eniema akofom oye ne ho hwie nyeye ne nyina aka ho bi ena papa yi ai se ne bo fom ene asori ne ko be jaye na what I mean what turn asori dan no akopен baby atena because this man was very popular. Prophet Badu Kobi was very popular. Omo hu ne say NPP for buy on omo ye ya bubu na pra bubu na pra san omo fra ban mu na NPP for ankasa so okay but before that no ye hwe court letter no letter omo ede ekoye say yemfa halt the sale of the church enti we Prophet Emmanuel we Gloria Kobi Sakumono Estate Tema versus Prophet Emmanuel Badu Kobi ono ene respondent into where your ba ene okunu order of interim preservation of joint matrimonial properties yemi enu ne esi dan no asori dan ye nyina me ye sofo ma me na wo ye sofo na ye den ena wo se ye nton wo se ye nton so won timi nya sofo na se me metimi ato aso asofo ma me Mami agrada oye na asori oye sofuba oye na asori asofuba bebre wo Ghana ha mo ye adwuma nti wo be ma no se wa pa ba wo de ma me so dua nim na me nto adwuma no so e bia medru brebi no na wo hu se o so sa back enti ento asori ne sa enti o se joint matrimonial property. Order for interim preservation of joint matrimonial property. Order 25 Rule 21 of the High Court Civil Procedure Rules 2004 CI 47. Upon reading the affidavit of Gloria Kobi of digital address GT blah 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 Sakumono Estate, Tema, in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana, filed on the 7th day of May 2026 in support of the motion on notice for an order for interim preservation of matrimonial joint properties, and there being no affidavit in opposition on record. Enti bibia ni ho a omumienu age atom se ye nton edan no asori dan no mane nyeye obia nyintum o be ma no ne so obeton asori dan no oba ne nyintum. And upon hearing Irene Abochi Nyawe, counsel for and on behalf of the petitioner hearing, it is hereby ordered that motion on notice for an order for interim preservation of joint matrimonial properties be and is hereby granted pursuant to order 25 Rule 21 of CI 47. See, as we speak now, court na jatum say eyawari form mienu ne kabo mu si asori dan no enti enye say ba ko be fa kire say okwa akoton amana yeye without the consent of the other. So mu mienu nyina anyi ntum so ombeton a ba ko ntimi mfa kire nkoton asori dan no emane yeye. It is hereby further ordered that the said joint matrimonial properties of the parties, which are 1, the land and premises housing for the Glorious Wave Church International and the matrimonial home at Sakumono; B, 4 houses; C, 2 self-contained houses; D, a 5-bedroom house at East Legon; E, interest in a partnership oil company; F, several vehicles and other assets acquired during the marriage. B and are hereby preserved pending the final determination of the suit, given under my hand and the seal of the High Court, Tema, this 18th day of May 2026. Yusuf Seidu, Registrar. And as we speak now, aside sorry Dino, there are so many other matrimonial properties. Yes, you preserve it. Because also yet say, as we speak now, there's nothing like divorce that be. What they are talking about is a niema papa person ko obetono almost omonsa to so montwen na yen hwe say ebetimi asiki the both parties no ebesiki omu nyina mo consent mo ano ko benkro mu dia na yaton mo ano anko benkro mu dia yentimi nton ma ne nyeye na ne nyina mu no a me kire mu say okọ grant interviews we o kire mu say MPP for abon form omo na ye ma ne ho niema nyina say na sorry and o ya sorry a enkoso ne ade ne nyina no MPP for communicators na ba bonten o ma start to be ma papa say ono a na hwe ne niema ye ono a na niema o ye no say na we aba beto no ontimi mfa nche MPP for ema no enye ye fancy comedy e de ne de e ma prophet Badu Kobi yenko ne yenko tie ne mra sisi
Eye prophet Badu Kobi na sole na nyo bia na gu no na sole no prophet Badu Kobi onu ananu mu asem ene ma sole ni gu ye enkakra a ene se gukura enye MPP enye NDC enye obia na gu asole no. Imagine say ye nyina ye ba asole ye ni bi but ye ba besum nyame ye kodi pa kakra ye ba ye di bia to correction ye sofo checkers ye di ehia for ye ti asole nim na sofo checkers ye da so to correction na sofo akodile interview so na delay bisa ye sofo say enti cars na o che no ehia for eni wa sole wa na answer sofo man say onsuma obia se wondi hia me pa cho o hono mu a asole no be kwa na se ubejai se obe fa ho adwene na delay asia bisa ne se enti ehia fo na wo hono wa che binum cars ni bia na answer sofo man ne se ya mo ka na omuntimi handle Emra wo de car no mahia ni na. Wono nso e de be ma driver. Na driver ni di aye adwuma aye sales amano. Na mahia ni nso income kakra na asesa na brabo. Na sofo kan we ya me pa chow onfa ho adwene. Enti ahia wa asori ni mu no e kakra eno mu di gya asori no. Ena ne ewom ni sa asori bia so ehiafo ewom edoso chia sikafo no. Enti se ehiafo ni gya asori ni pe automatically no asori ni ebebu anu no. Enti sofo anu mu nsem bi ena ma asori no estati se egun kakra ena mri bi asamo a eya sofo e kafa asantefo ma ho obi asantini no wa asori ni mu a asama asofo kan ye no automatically nipa ni beje asori no enti eya sofo asori egu ye no enyo obi a na egu no enye political party bia eya sofo na nanu mu asem enema members ni ja asori ni kakra because Bible kura say free nyamia ebe jina
enti eno ene nsemo a NPP for o mastarte kan ede kire eye prophet Badu Kobi say papa eye wa na hwahwa ma ne ma we nyina esi because omo hwehwe mu no wa won sam bi a wo keka ene udwumadie bi a wudi ena ama asori na gu nti wontimi mfa blame no emfa ma NPP for sa ema ne nyeye enti eno ene nsemo a NPP for so mastarte a omo asoja ede egu prophet Badu Kobi omoka ede eche no enti papa sesi as we speak now sorry dina no person ko ton because ohun is sesi e ne ho kire no na ansem na no oka no any the properties o mabobo so e wo letter ni mu no minim how efie okay anyway because papa se ne ho kire no ene ma ekoso ene ade MPP form ne bo form ni nyina keka ho bi ena ama sese na ye bisa no mpo se car otwi ese car be no otwi I mean ensem bebre nti as we speak now ne de court kire se ene ma mo boss ni nyina eye me kan se aware mu no munya ye East Legon fie Sakumono estate omu fie wo ho asori dan na nkasa ne asori no asase na esi so no court say omoton anase prophet Badu Kobi ton a enye ye. So that is what is really happening now. See here court eden nsa to niema ni nyina so kopem se afanu mienu no oyere ni okunu omu nyina beji atum za ye pese ye ton because see na yere no ena dia nsem na court se da bi ye ton a enye ye. See as we speak now ne de ensem bebre court so a grant say omu preserve sa properties ni nyina until say omu nyina beti ensem na se nti ye bedi nsem na chi na yehu ba bia we kwa kopie because ensem bi say no ya na court nsem ohu nti ebedi akire na ahwe bia ne nyina abekwa akosi Pinax TV ye the update bebre ene ye de bre mu betumi akọ na wako playback na wahwe bi or comment bia you can leave it here right now or you can leave it whilst you are doing the playback Pinax TV ye dem besi wa here